Okay, now we're going to move to the registration part, the actual course selection process of getting ready for ninth grade. And what you see on the screen right now is the ninth grade course selection form. Every course that is available to ninth graders is listed on this form. So what you and your student will need to do is look over this form and then select the courses your student wishes to take as ninth grade, as a ninth grader. Let's look at the different classes here for just a moment. English, students must select 1 credit of English. English 9 is the grade level option. English 9 Advanced is obviously an advanced class. Students will be expected to read more, write more, and work more independently in the English 9 Advanced class. And if you have any questions about where you feel like your student belongs, you can certainly consult with your student's 8th grade language arts teacher. I would say that students in 8th grade language arts who are holding a high B or certainly an A would most likely feel comfortable in the Advanced English 9 class. English Language Learner is a class for our non-English speaking students or our students who are learning English. Math, students will select 2 of the courses because every student takes 2 math credits. Algebra 1A and 1B is the option that needs to be selected for those students who are in 8th grade math this year. Geometry A and Geometry B are the 2 courses that need to be selected for students who are in algebra this year as 8th graders. And those students in algebra this year who are holding a 95 or above, a 95 average or above, might want to opt to take Geometry and Algebra 2 in ninth grade. Please keep in mind that the difference between these options, the Geometry A and B and the Geometry Algebra 2, is that the first one is going to, spread geometry out for the whole year and give students plenty of time to grasp it and to get it under their belts. This last option, geometry, is going to be taught, the entire course is going to be taught in one semester, and then students will move on into Algebra 2 with trig for second semester. Again, your student's current math teacher is the best resource for you to go to if you have questions about where your child is best suited. Every student will take biology and every student will take world history, geography, and every student will take career preparedness. That is a required ninth grade class, as I think I mentioned earlier when I was discussing the requirements for graduation. The rest of the courses are electives. I want to point out a couple of things. Number one, if your child chooses a half credit, she must choose another half credit to go with it. And every course on this form is a full credit unless indicated by the half credit in parentheses. And you will see several of those classes that are half credit. We offer 2 0 period options, 0 period Spanish 1 and 0 period jazz band. 0 period jazz band is by audition. 0 period meets every morning at 7:05, and students receive an extra credit for that. So if your child is going to opt for a 0 period course, of course they would sign up for 1 extra credit than everybody else. Web-based online courses, that is our Access program. If students are interested in taking one of the courses listed here in our computer lab during the day online, um, you would leave one credit blank when you're registering, meaning you would select 7 credits and you would let us know. You could email me, your child could come by and see me, or Miss Frazier or Miss Thompson, and we will add the access course your child wants to take. English electives are listed here. We have numbers only for 2 of them, creative writing and theater. The other 4 options have not been officially approved. So if your student is interested in journalism, classic film studies, great novels, or public speaking, again, your student needs to just let me or Miss Frazier or Miss Thompson know that, and we will add that course for them. If those courses don't end up being taught, we will certainly let your child know that as well. So once again, if your student wishes to take an access class or one of the English electives that do not have numbers, they need to email us or come by and see us, and we will add those courses for them. One more word about access. Access needs to be taken by students who are pretty much self-starters and pretty self-motivated. It's totally online. There is no content teacher in the room with students. We do have a facilitator who is in there helping students with the online process, but she is not teaching the content. Um, the access teachers are all online, and they correspond with the student via email, and they grade and award the credit, everything online. And so if your student really needs the traditional manner of course taking, they need to opt for just one of our regular traditional classes as opposed to access. You can certainly email me if you have questions. All right, let me just make two more things I want to tell you. I'd like you to note that every student needs to end up with 8 credits, 8 total credits, no more, no less, unless your child is opting for a 0 period, and in that case, students will end up with 9 credits. Once again, every course on this form is worth 1 whole credit unless denoted by the half in parentheses. The next thing I want you to know is you have until April 21st at 3:30 p.m. April 21st at 3:30 p.m. to go in to iNow and select the courses and make changes to them. At 3:30 p.m. on April 21st, we will close the online registration, but between now and then, you can select your courses and change your mind and make changes as well. All right, so how do we register online? You will go to auburnschools.org, which is the home page of Auburn City Schools. You will scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you will click on iNow. This screen will come up. Parents, you will need to know your student's username and your student's 4- or 5-digit password. In front of the password, everyone will need to type lowercase Auburn, AUBURN, and then the 4-digit password. Click Login, and you will see this screen. At this point, you move to the left-hand side of the screen and click on Requests. you will see that the course request for Auburn Junior High School 2014-15 is printed here at the top of the page. Now, I am going to delete this one class before I get started. There we go. All right, you will notice that every student will have these three courses already in their course requests, and the status will be approved, meaning we have added all three of these courses for all of our rising ninth graders, our current eighth graders, because all three of these classes, biology, career preparedness, and world history, are required. So that's 3 credits, meaning that your student needs to select now 5 more credits to complete their course requests. I apologize for that. That was the 0 period bell. To add courses to the course request, students or you need to click Add, and this screen will come up, and you are going to search by course number. And on the course request form, the numbers are listed in front of the course. Every student needs to choose an English. I'm going to choose the English 9. So I'm going to enter that number 200005. I'm going to click search. If that is indeed the course I'm wanting, and it is, I'm going to click in the box, highlights that in yellow, and I'm going to click add, and there you see English 9 has dropped into the course requests. Let's move to math. Click add. I'm going to select Algebra 1A and Algebra 1B because I am in, let's say, right on grade level 8th grade math this year. So Algebra 1A and 1B are my options. 21008, search, highlight, add. And there's Algebra 1A. And remember, everyone will need to enter 2 math course requests. So Algebra 1B is 210009. And search, click, add. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have my 6 courses, 6 credits entered. It is time now for me to choose my electives. So I am going to choose, I think I'm going to choose creative writing, let's say. So I'm going to click add. The number for creative writing is 200033. Search, there it is, highlight, add, and now creative writing is in my course request. I now have 7 course requests, 7 credits. I think that I'm going to knock out my health as a 9th grader. So I'm going to click add. I'm going to type in the course number for health, which is 250002, and search and highlight and add. Now please notice, let's count our courses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we do not have 8 credits. We only have 7.5 so far because health is a half credit class. So since I chose a half credit class, I will need to choose another half credit class. And I am going to opt to choose the Piano Guitar Lab, 280052. Search, there it is. Actually, vocal level 1 came up, but I think that will still, we will make note of that. But I will add that, and I have my 8 credits. Now, say you decided, wait a minute, I think instead of doing that piano guitar, I would rather do a half credit access class because I really like to work online and I'm pretty much of a self starter. So I'm going to opt not to do the vocal level 1, the piano guitar. I'm going to delete that. So I would click in that box and I would click the red delete button. A prompt comes up that asks me if I'm sure I want to delete that, and I would say, yes, I do, okay, and it goes away. And then I wouldn't add my half credit of an access class because that is something that Miss Pickens would need to do or Miss Thompson would need to do. Sorry again, that was the tardy bell. So I would just leave my request at 7.5 credits, and I would email Miss Pickens or Miss Thompson or Miss Frazier and say, please add me to a half credit of access psychology, for instance, or nutrition and wellness, or sociology. So that's how that process would work. When you are finished making your course requests, all you do is click out. They will automatically be saved. I do want you to notice that over here under status, it will say pending all of the requests students make until it will show pending until we go in, the counselors and the registrar, and approve those requests. And we will not be doing that until online registration is closed on April 21st. I hope this has been helpful to you. Certainly, if you have questions, please feel free to email me. Again, sgpickens, Pickens, at auburnschools.org. And your child is welcome to stop by and ask me any questions as well. Thank you for taking time to listen to this podcast, and I look forward to working with you and your child in